A new year will also bring a new president. In just 20 days, the inauguration of President-elect Joe Biden will take place in Washington.
But as our Joe St. George explains, because of the pandemic, it will be very different from any inauguration we've seen before.
The platform outside the United States Capitol is nearly finished. Press risers have been put up. Fresh paint was applied earlier this week.
I, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., do solemnly swear.
But because of this pandemic, President-elect Biden's inauguration will be very different from his first one as vice president back in 2009. Inauguration change number one, President-elect Biden telling supporters not to come. While some will no doubt still flock to the National Mall, it will likely be very sparse. No crowd records will be broken this time around. Inauguration change number two, members of Congress have limited tickets. Usually the area surrounding the Capitol is filled by those with official invites. In previous years, members of Congress distributed hundreds of thousands of formal invitations. This year, each member gets to invite a +1. Inauguration change number three, no lunch inside the Capitol. In a normal year after the swearing in, the new president dines with members of Congress. That event is now canceled. Inauguration change number four, inaugural parade and inaugural balls being reconfigured.
I do think that they'll continue to try to engage with people virtually.
Rachel Gloss is a Washington, D.C. based event planner. She says in a normal year, she'd coordinate a half dozen inaugural galas and balls. This year, for obvious reasons, her usual clients have canceled the cocktails.
Right now, we don't have anything on deck.
And finally, inauguration change number five is the one most up in the air. What role will President Trump have? The morning he took office 4 years ago, the Obamas greeted President Trump at the White House. Obama attended his swearing in. Biden Inaugural Committee co-chair, Congresswoman Lisa Blunt Rochester.
At this point, I'm not sure what President Trump will want to do on that day. It would be unfortunate if he chooses not to participate, but I will tell you that the committee itself are working to ensure that people across the country can participate.
Of course, one thing is for sure, when the sun rises over the U.S. Capitol on January 20th, 2021, it will be an inauguration unlike any other. In Washington, I'm Joe St. George.